congenital blindness and developmental delay.
Okay, and what would you like to, or what would you like people to know about you?
That being that I'm both blind and developmentally disabled, I fall into a gray area.
Can you explain what you mean?
I need to work with someone that knows how to work with both the blind and the developmentally disabled. And also tests, psychological tests need to be normed on not just the sighted population, but those who are blind.
Oh, go ahead. Okay, Rick, can you tell me what things you believe in?
I believe in supreme beings like God and Jesus, but I also like to believe in things like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny.
So do you believe they're actually real? Or just their spirit?
My theory of the Easter Bunny is that he lives on a farm and he gathers the eggs of all different colors and maybe some white ones that he also colors. Some people may think that kids think that bunnies lay eggs. Well, I know that bunnies don't lay eggs.
But you think,
Bunnies are born just like you and me. Come out of their mom.
but so you actually believe that an Easter bunny exists somewhere?
I just like the Easter Bunny because it's really cute, adorable.
Okay. But you don't think he really actually lives somewhere in the world?
I'd rather not comment on that.
Okay. Okay, what's your name?
Anna.
Okay. And what would you like people to know about you?
Well, I basically have a personality complex the size of Kentucky, so anything goes, basically.
A personality
Complex.
complex?
Yeah.
Okay. And would you say that you have abilities and disabilities?
Yeah, I have physical disabilities and somewhat psychological, mental, and a little bit of suppressed memories, but nothing I can't get over.
Okay. And what would you say are some of your abilities things that you're good at?
I'm multi-talented in every way.
And can you give me an example?
Oil paints, drawing comic book characters.
Drawing comic book characters?
Yeah, I'm very
okay.
good at that. I can draw abstract paintings with oil paints. I know how to do tie-dye t-shirts and other activities involving word puzzles, crosswords. And I'm a good roller skater. I love to ride my bike.
Okay.
And every once in a while I'll play a game on my couch and watch TV and play computer games on my computer.
Okay. And do you think that most people in society understand you, or?
No, they don't understand me because they're not in my position, so I don't expect them to actually understand what I go through in life. Basically, understanding to them is just jumping to conclusions and speculating on what they don't know about a certain person. They assume what they think they know about the person based on their looks, personality, and don't even see the whole picture of the person. They only see what they want to see, and that's all they can really go by. And it's not usually reliable either. My disabilities will probably be my physical happen the most and my mental, because I have a hard time focusing when I zone out. I don't zone out on purpose, it just happens. Every once in a while I get a little verbally aggressive, but I don't mean to get physical or anything. It's just part of my blackout status. I take my meds just to calm myself down and stabilize.
When you say you get physical, in what way do you mean?
Sometimes I like to hit something rather than a human body.
Oh, okay.
So every once in a while, if I have an excuse, I train with my staff in the backyard. That's what I was doing before they hauled me away to the mental institution. And I just took my meds before then.
And what are you trained to do in the backyard?
Just take my aggression out on the stick
On
instead of on a human being.
Oh, okay.
Because it's meant for training. You can take your frustration out on that particular object, just twirl it around, practice training. After I've taken my medication, it calms me down. And when they were busy coming around on that subject, I was meditating to calm myself further down, because when you meditate, you cool off easier and more swifter.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps mellow you out. So meditation is a good quality too that I have as a hobby, and I'm very good at it. I
Okay.
meditate every once in a while and go, and think about what I'm trying to get off my chest and all that.
That helps.
And relaxes me.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, now tell me about any pets that you have.
well, I have a bunny named Blackina Lola for good reasons. She's got an attitude to boot, and
What's the name again?
Blackina Lola.
Now, how'd you come up with that name?
Well, Blackina is like a female Black Knight, sort of, like the one on Kids Night. And the other one is Lola from off of Space Jam, because she has both a good attitude, she's noble, and she knows when to fight.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I called her that. The other reason is she's also dark like a ninja, so she can blend into her environments like that.
So you say the rabbit has an attitude, or what did you say?
Yeah, it's if anyone messes with her wrong or neglects to clean her cage, she'll nip you, or nip the animal that's a potential threat to her cage and to
okay.
her life. And she'll teach him a valuable lesson. That's why cats never mess with her. Because if they do, they get a piece of their own medicine.
Okay. So you say you take the rabbit on walks sometimes?
Yeah, I take her on walks out front, in the house, anything I can find to keep her happy. I walk her around as long as it's not too tight. She'll love it.
Okay.
She's like a cat when it comes to walking around, and dogs. She enjoys cool weather, plenty of shade, and plenty of greens to eat.
Okay, what would you say is there one thing that you would like to change about the world if you could change anything?
Well, I'd probably change the wars and these gang wars and put them out of their basic misery and probably stop them in their tracks before they even start. If anything, I'd be a law-abiding citizen acting as an ambassador against wars and gang crimes.
Okay, that's a good goal.
And I do it out of pure generosity to keep the streets clean from any perils that are unnecessarily brought upon the world for no reason, just because people are getting cocky, arrogant, and foolish. And that's how wars begin. They act like a bunch of idiots when they do that.
Oh,
That's what I'm all about against wars.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's all the questions I can think of. Unless there's one last thing you want to say.
Well, there is one thing. I'm kind of glad things have turned from worse to better, because now that those people across seas have been put out of their misery by God's great creations, element-wise, they deserved every bit of it because they were unrighteous. As far as that goes, what they said in the scriptures are a factor. So keep that well in mind when you read the scriptures, that 44,000 will suffer for their ignorance. And I don't necessarily quote that, but I would recommend you read it to find out your answers on that subject, because that incident has just occurred. We heard it overseas on the news. So check up on it and look in the newspapers. You'll find that that example has occurred and did happen.
Alrighty.
Just as it says.
So wave goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. Now, can you tell me what's your name and age is?
Oh, Stanley Winkle. Stan Winkle. Well, actually, Stan Winkle. 54.
Okay. Now, Stan, what would you like people to know about you? Or what do you think people should know about Stan?
I don't know. I'm okay. I'm a good person, you know. Well, it depends, though. Actually, what do you mean should know about me? Like, you know.
Well, just whatever you think that you'd like people to know about you.
Yeah.
Okay, Stan, how would you describe what it's like to walk in your shoes?
Well, it's rather difficult sometimes, you know. I have anxiety attacks sometimes. Being Asperger's syndrome, I have
You have a what now?
anxiety attacks.
What'd you say after that? The syndrome?
Oh, you know, in fact, I have Asperger's syndrome, you know, and bipolar. Well, sometimes I make nervous tics and jerky movements like that, though. You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know. That's causing concern for some people when they see me on the bus, you know, doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, or the light rail, or waiting at the bus stop.
So do you think that most people in society understand people like you, or not?
Well, it seems like they do, you know. What concerned people have asked me, "Am I okay?" You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, things like that, though. And it seems like they do. You know, sometimes, you know, but then, yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, and they look at me and I say, anxiety attack, you know. They just, they don't say anything, they just turn back around.
Okay. Okay, if you could be any animal in the world, what animal would it be?
You know what? That's a good. You know, I never really gave it myself. Since you asked the question, now that I think of it, being a cat pops into my mind.
Now, why would you like to be a cat?
Well, I always loved cats. That would be they just have a fun life. Yeah. Roaming around though. And also just laying around, eating though. And sleeping though. And also, on the other hand, I think it'd be neat to be a bird also. Because if tied between a cat and a bird, because a bird has all that freedom. They just fly around, fly around and land on telephone poles and in trees, and sing,
Oh, okay.
Take a bird,
Take a bird bath?
Yeah.
So if you were a bird, what would your name be?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I guess that's Oh yeah, birds do have names, no matter, just like cats and
Like
dogs.
Tweety?
I think it probably would be because what's that? Let's see. Well, that's a common name with cats, though. A lot of cats are called Tweety, or
Oh, I was thinking for a bird, Tweety.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said it's a cat's common name.
No, no. A lot of birds are named Tweety by people, who in the cage, especially canaries, it seems. So I think that's actually what Tweety was, in the cartoon. I think he was a canary. It looked like because he was yellow,
Well, if you were a cat, what would your name be?
Let's see. Now that sort of got me. I don't know what it would be if I were a cat, though. You just whatever, it'd be whatever the owner decided.
Okay. Okay, what would you say is your favorite word if you had to choose one word?
Well, you know what? Train. Well, you know what? I am fascinated by train enthusiasts. So that's, I guess, trains.
And what would your least favorite word be?
You know what? Well, being bipolar, I don't like voices. They really get to me sometimes.
So voices, would you say?
Yeah.
Okay, and can you tell me what do the voices say when they talk to you?
They're just angry voices, shouting at me though, and slapping me around, and all kinds of insults and obscenities at me.
Okay, let's end with something happy. Just tell me one of your favorite things that you like to do that makes you happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go to Old Sacramento, go down the mall and hang around, and also just being at home, listening to music, things like that,
Okay. Alrighty. You want to wave goodbye?
Yeah. Okay. See you.
There we go.
Meaning fat.